Hey, chickadees. Ugh, my room stinks because my dog's toys, Charlie's toys are all in my room. So he'll bring them back in here if he wants them. Hey, chickadees, oh my god, I always do this. I'm like, let me play some music to have in the background. And now that like it's going, I'm like, can I even focus with it going on in the background? Like, I have some issues focusing. I think I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm gonna keep it there. But as you guys can see, I look like absolute shit. Today is Sunday. My family just stepped out and they're going to get dinner. I didn't want to go because they're getting like they're going to like this sushi buffet. And like as much as I love that place, like I haven't been feeling like eating like a lot of food lately. I don't know, I think it's just because it's getting warmer outside. I just don't feel like eating so much food. Like, like the thought of food right now has just been like I've been forcing myself to eat, like, just to like have something on my stomach, but I have not been really wanting to eat. Anyways, look at this giant pimple. Also, chickadees, I have a hickey. So, I never like, I can finally like make a recap of like everything that happened. So like I dropped the circus video, right? But you guys don't know what happened. Like I didn't make any video like explaining what was going on. And I kind of wanted 2 separate videos because this probably is going to be a self-destructing video. I'm sorry, chickadees. It is. But I told Jay that I have a YouTube channel and he is determined to find it and figure out what it is. So I don't really want him watching this video or like any videos that I talk about him in. I mean, maybe I should. Like, it's not like I'm gonna say anything bad, but it's whatever. But like, this is like what I do though. Like, this is the whole point of the YouTube channel. It's like documenting the roster, basically. Also, I don't think I told you guys, when I went on my beach trip, you guys will never guess who messaged me. H messaged me. He messaged me on Instagram because I have him blocked on Snapchat. He messaged me on Instagram. He was like, "Oh, how are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm fine. How are you?" He's like, "I'm okay." He's like, "It's been a while." And I'm like, "Yeah, it has been. Time is just going by so fast." And he's like, "What are you doing this weekend?" And I was like, I think I'm gonna go to the circus. And then, yeah. And then he's like, "Oh, nice." He's like, "I'm gonna do the St. Patrick's Day stuff on Saturday." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." And like we just like left it there. But like we have opened the door for communication. I mean, he's still like happily with his boyfriend, like obviously, but it's just interesting. Just interesting how he reached out. Just interesting. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I think I get my hair cut next week. I think I'm gonna go short again. I think I'm gonna cut some hair off. I have some old pictures of me with my hair a little bit shorter. We're going short again, chickadees. We're going short. It's time to go a little bit shorter. So anyways, okay, we're a little bit deeper in the video now. You guys see how I'm like stalling a little bit? Like I'm stalling, like, Okay, so Friday, me and Jay had plans to go to the circus, right? So we were like texting early in the day and he was like, "Okay, well, how about we go get dinner and then we go to the circus and then like where we'll be at, like there's like bars nearby, so like if we want we can like go drinking or whatever." I was like, "Okay, cool, that works for me." So he takes me to this like bougie ass Mexican restaurant. I'm telling you, it is bougie. Like it is so fancy. The clientele is like all these like old white people. Like that's how you know it's bougie, when like the old white people are there. And not like rednecks. Like we're in the city. They're like, they have many, honey. And like he knows like all the people who work there. Like there's customers are like saying hi to him. Like he knows so many different people. But that's because like that's his hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like because he is a waiter at one of the restaurants there, and plus he's always like in the bar circuit around there, so of course he knows a lot of people. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So the food there was all right, and then the drinking games began. Like he was already like trying to get me to like drink. So there I only had one drink and then like little sips, like little samples of their frozen margarita. Their coconut margarita, not tea, but the mango margarita was like, oh my god, it was so good. It like tasted like real mango. I cannot with like how crazy my hair looks. Whatever. This is the hungover video, even though I got home yesterday. But anyway, so we did that. Then it was so annoying because like I didn't want to like. I just thought it was dumb. Like I feel like why couldn't he have just picked me up at my work and then just drove us around? Like wouldn't that have made sense? But he didn't want to do that. So then we both. So I followed him to like this other parking lot where he works at. And we parked there and then we walked to the circus. It was like a 20-minute walk. We got there, we watched it, it was cute or whatever. He wanted like one of those like little lightsaber toys. So I was like, okay, whatever, like I'll buy him one, like whatever. So he gets that, we do that, we finish the circus, we walk back. And I'm like kind of hungry. So I'm like telling him, like, yeah, like, you know what? I'm like craving like French fries right now. So like, where's a place with good fries? So he's like, oh, well, we could go to this like one place or we go to this place. I was like, how about we go to that place? And if there's no seatings, we'll go to the other place. I was like, okay, so we go to the place. It's this like really weird, like, it seems like a bar that like would be in New York. Like, it was like all wooden interior. It looked like a spaceship. There was no like regular lighting, like it was just red lighting. The bartenders were like wearing those like brown, like rustic type Carhartt vibe overalls. Every drink on the menu was like over $15. They had like, you know, the like fancy cold foam. They had like the big block squares of ice. They had like the nitrogen and like the fire. Like it was giving very like pretentious bar vibes. And if you guys know anything about me, you know that like anything pretentious like that, I absolutely cannot stand. Like I just think it's so like unnecessary and like it just breeds an environment of like superficial, like uppity type people. So we sat at the bar and I'm so mad at myself because I picked where we sat at the bar. I should have picked the other side of the bar where there was a different bartender, because the other bartender was like this, like she was giving me very much like non-binary, like artsy, like Asian they them girl with like kind of teased out, like I think their hair was like purple or gray. I don't know, but they were giving me just very like neutral vibes, like just very nooch, right? But of course, the bartender I picked was someone he knew, figures, and she had blue hair. You guys can already guess where this is going. She had blue hair. Yes, she did. She had freaking blue short hair, tattoos on her arms, giving like hairstylist, but in the bar industry, butch lesbian. I cannot, like I said, I don't get along with lesbians. No, I don't. I do not get along with butch lesbians. I get along fine with the femme lesbians. Totally chill with them. If they're femme lesbians or if they're a little bit on the conservative side, I get along with them just fine. But it's them butch ass fucking liberal fucking lesbians that I do not vibes with. I don't like them at all. I cannot stand their voice. I cannot stand their tattoos. I cannot stand the facial piercings and the colored hair. I just can't stand them. Like, I don't know what it is about them, but they are all the exact same. Like, it's literally like copy and paste. Like there is zero, like, they think that they're very unique and they're very, like, individualized, but they're not. They're all literal, like, carbon copies of each other. And maybe I'm a carbon copy of, like, a white gay boy, but who knows? Like, I personally don't think so. But anyways, I just don't know why, like, out of that entire night, like, she just rubbed me so wrong. Like, she would barely make eye contact with me. She was only talking to Jay. Like, I just did not like her. And of course, like, he, like, knows friends with her. Like, his friend, like, painted a picture of her. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, can we just leave? Like, and then, like, where we're sitting, right? She's making drinks right there. And, like, she's just there the whole time. It's not like one of those busy bars where like the bartender is like kind of going in and out. So she's just there the entire time, kind of like monitoring the entire like our entire like you know, time we're like with each other. So I was like, okay, well, one drink, we're leaving. So I got my fries. The fries were so good, by the way. But so we left there, and then we went to this like rooftop, and the rooftop was fine. He got me like another drink there. Um, the like okay, so the vibe of the first of the red room was very like uppity, and then the vibe of this place was very much like it was more so like straight like college type kids. Like it was very much like fresh out of college. And like, I don't know, the people there, I didn't really get any bad vibes there. So like I'm not like knocking it down, but like I'm just explaining to you guys. But they had like 3 different stories. So like the first floor was like the restaurant bar, and like they were playing really good music downstairs, but it just like the energy was just very like it felt weird down there. I don't know. The second story was giving like trap music. Like the music was absolute trash. Like such like typical like straight like bar music. Like it was weird. The floor was super sticky. It was gross. It was disgusting. And then the rooftop was really nice. So we were like chilling standing in this like one spot. And then like there was like a bunch of like people on these like really nice like patio furniture, and they ended up like leaving, and I was like, "Oh, we should like sit down here." So we sat down there, and then like, you know, we were like talking and chatting, and then he kind of like leaned in, and like we started making out, and like I don't know what it is, chickadees, but anytime I make out with someone in public, like I feel like it's illegal. Like I don't know why. Like I just always feel like it's like a crime. Like I always feel like it's illegal. Like we're gonna get in trouble, but obviously it's not. Like two men can make out with each other in a like public space, but I don't know. Like I always just get like a little bit on edge. I get like freaked out a little bit. I'm like, oh my god, like someone's gonna like clock us or whatever. So he's like, okay, well, let's leave here. And he wanted to go to this other place that was like, the other place was like, so the very last place we went to was like a nightclub. And like they have like DJ sets, and like, but you have to pay a cover to get in. So it was like $10 to get in. The DJ was so good. It was like house music. So like literally dancing nonstop. The entire dance floor was like fog machined out. The lights were like, there was just lights everywhere. Like it was so cool because like if you were standing at the bar, you couldn't see who was on the dance floor. Like that's how much fog there was. Like it was top tier. Like it was top tier. I really liked that place. So we were like dancing with each other the entire time, and like, you know, like grinding and all that stuff. And then of course he knew someone there, as he knew someone at the rooftop, and then he knew someone also at the oh my god, I have bruises on my legs. I don't know what that's from. Then he knew someone at the club, and that person he knew was like this gay guy, and I'm like, and he was so cute too. Like, it's so weird too because the guy, the really cute guy, he keeps popping up on my Tinder, and like I keep like closing out of my Tinder because I don't want to like swipe right or swipe. I don't want to swipe left on him because like he's cute. Like he was giving me really like everyone that like we bumped into and ran into that night. Like he was like the nicest one, and he was like, and I even told him that, and he was like, that's because he was probably like, that's because, oh, so you only like gay people. And I'm like, is that wrong of me? Like, is that wrong of me? Like, um, it's just like he had like a very like, well, and the friends that the guy was with, they all like were just giving me very much like, like just their energy was just very much like I would like they're chill. You know, like you can just pick up on someone's energy, like if they're being like really fake or being like really judgmental. And I feel like Jay can't really pick that up that well, like, because he's just such like a social butterfly that like he'll literally will talk to anyone. So I feel like he doesn't necessarily like pick up on like the different like types of like little social cues that people drop to like let you know that like if they fucks with you or not. And like I can see through all the bullshit. I can see through all the bullshit. Which I hate because then it makes me like, you know, like feel some type of way towards people and like and seem very judgmental, but it's like whatever. whatever, I don't care. Like, I don't care if being judgmental is like a negative attribute to have. I think everyone possesses some sort of negative attribute, and if mine is being judgmental, then I might as well just embrace it. I might as well just embrace it. I don't care if someone doesn't like me, and they shouldn't care if I don't like them. It's that simple. Like, like if you're not even gonna try to be fake with me, I'm not gonna try to be fake with you. Like, if I can clearly see that you don't like me and you don't fucks with me, then I'm not gonna fucks with you either, and I'm not even gonna fake it, and I'm not even gonna try to like no. So, anyways, we were there till like 1 a.m. at the club. I got like drink poured down my back. Like, that's how you know it was a successful club night. Was if you get drink spilled on you. So then we walk back to our cars and we're like making out like in the streets, and then in my car, like on my car. Like, literally felt like a movie. And he was like, well, I don't really want you driving home because you're drunk, blah, blah, blah. He was like, well, what if you stay the night at my place? And I was like, I guess, like, whatever. So we go to his place, and his place is like super, super duper nice. Like, it's so cute, like, very bougie, like, really nice place. And, like, he takes a shower, and then I take a shower, and then, you know, things happen. Things happen, chickadees. Things happen. That's all I'm gonna say. So then we went to sleep. I think we went to bed like around like 4 a.m. I don't even remember, like 3 or 4 a.m. We went to sleep. And then we woke up at like around like 10-ish, like 9 or 10-ish. Did some more things, and then we went out and got breakfast at this like coffee shop, and like the coffee shop was okay. I'm like, it was another, again, the cashier was another one of those colored hair. She had pink hair, freaking non-binary, they them rat piece of shit. She giving me bisexual energy, and I'm just like, oh my god, literally everywhere we go, I'm like, oh, all you fucking colored hair bastards, pieces of shit. I can't do it anymore. Like, it's so bad, y'all. Like, I think because in high school, I was always friends with the colored haired bitches, and like in my like early 20s, I was also friends with the colored hair bitches. Like, I have just seen every single version of them, and they're all just absolute shithole type of people. Like, there is not a single person in this world that has colored hair that has this like that is not narcissistic and like is an actual genuine human being. Like, I'm sorry, but like, okay, maybe there's probably like a 5% out of that, but like other than that, like 95% of people with colored hair are just absolute shithole human beings. I'm sorry. Except for the color red. People with red hair, and I'm not talking like ginger hair, I'm talking like red hair. People with red hair, it's about 50-50. There's like 50% that are like actually like genuine and cool. They might be like very like confident, like straight up. But the other half will be like fake. But if they have like blue, pink, or green hair, narcissist, fake. Because why do people want their hair that color? They want attention. They want to be seen. They want people to talk about them. They want compliments. That's why people do that. That's like the subconscious reasoning behind it. It's the same thing with facial piercings. That's why I took my facial piercing out, because I realized that it just draws so much attention to you, and not all that attention is positive. Like, you get negative attention. Same thing with having colored hair. Like, that's like, it's making me have negative like energy towards you, because like I have just like this preconceived notion that like, oh, you're gonna be a stuck-up bitch. Like, you could be the nicest person ever, but like I won't know that until you prove it. So anyways, but it was kind of awkward though, like in the morning, like the coffee shop, like he was like choking on his food, and then like I wanted to pay for it, but he didn't want me to pay for his. He just wanted me to pay for mine, and I don't know, like, it was just weird. Like, it was like weird. he didn't like what he got. I was like, okay, well, we're never coming back here again, so I know that. I spent, it was $28. $28. I was like, $28 for coffee? What? But like, I got coffee, and then like, I wanted like one of these cookies, and then the person was like, oh, you can get 3 for $6. I was like, it was 1 for $2.50 or 3 for $6. I was like, I guess I'll do 3 because they were like really small. And then like, I got his drink, and then I also got a sandwich. So I was like, okay, $28 is not that bad. So it's whatever. So we got that, and then we went back to his place. I grabbed my stuff, and then he drove me back to my car, and then I went home. And yeah, that's tea. That was my crazy night at the circus, y'all. My crazy night at the circus. I still don't know like where I like want this to go. Like I think it's just gonna be like a friends with benefits type of situation. Like, just to be like real with y'all. Like he's, like I said, he's like a really nice guy and everything, but like we are just like such like complete opposite personalities. And he gives me very much like Austin type of energy. Like, it's like, ugh. So yeah, like, I just don't know. Like I said, he's like really nice, and like I have like a lot of fun with him, so you know, I guess we'll just see where it goes. Like, I'm not really gonna put much thought into it. I'm not gonna like self-sabotage this. Like I said, I'm just gonna go with the flow, see what happens. Whatever happens, happens. It's whatever. In other news, I got my results back. We're positive. Oh my god. I'm negative for everything. I am clean. I have no STDs, no STIs. And my mom is so shady. She was like, wow, as soon as you get like your test results putting you in clear, you're already back out in the streets hooking up. And I was like, oop. Oop. I'm like, I didn't know I was gonna be out hooking up. Like, I didn't imagine that. So but I have a feeling that like this week is gonna be really boring. Like, I think this week's gonna be pretty boring. I think I'm probably gonna stay in like on the weekend. Like, my phone is gonna be dry. I want to try to hang out with E again. The Guatemalan E, not the other E. I forget what the ethnicity of the other E is, and I forget which video I was talking about him in. And TMI, I think my like anal fissure, I think it ripped again, because yesterday when I took a dump, like it started bleeding really badly. So I don't know if I'm gonna post a video tomorrow, guys, just because like I did my recap today, but I wanted to do it today, because like I don't know like how much I've been able to like speak about, like depending on what time I get to like work. Oh, I'm also applying for a passport, y'all. So April 11th, I have my appointment. I'm going to the library because like the library, they like do everything there. They like take your picture, they do the application. So I'm getting my passport because I was talking with E, and like, you know, it probably isn't serious or whatever, but like, y'all tell me what you think about this. So I'm like talking to him, right? And he's like, oh, like you should like, we should go to like Guatemala, like we should go to my country together. And I'm like, yeah, like we totally should. And he was like, you know, he was like, I can like call my mom and say, hey, I'm bringing my boyfriend home, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, boyfriend? Like, what? What? I'm like, oh my God, you crazy boyfriend. Like, you don't even be talking to me like that. Like, what's tea? But having that conversation with him like inspired me. I was like, wow, maybe I should get my passport or start the process of getting it, because It takes a really long time to get it. It's like 6 to 8 weeks processing time. So if I apply for it in middle of April, I won't get it until like June. Mm. But yeah, chickadees, that's what's up. I need to start working out again. Ugh, it sucks. Like it's officially been like over a month of like no working out. Like I just don't want to like fuck up my shoulder or my elbow, you know? But that's like I can't live in that fear. Like I need to work out. I need to get back on it. We'll see. It's just like life has been so crazy. Like it's crazy how like March like has just been like opening up my third eye like to everything. Like I'm seeing so much stuff that like I was not really like realizing before. Like I know that like I'm not gonna be able to be roommates with that one guy, so I'm gonna end up having to like get my own place. And even like Jay was kind of convinced, like kind of like talking to me, and he's like, yeah, like you should probably try to find your own place like in the city. And I'm like, I know, it's just so expensive. But we'll see like how much of a raise I get, and like I've been getting like I haven't like told anyone this, so you guys are gonna get like secret information. But I got $2,000 from financial aid. Like, so I had like, so I got like 4 grand in total from financial aid, and like the first like 2 grand paid for my class, and like I had to pay like $700 out of pocket, and I was like totally fine with that. Like I was expecting to pay like 2 grand anyway, so I had the money. But then I got this other 2 grand, and then it got refunded to my bank, and then the summer, like they just posted the aid, and like I'm only taking 2 summer classes, so like my tuition waiver will cover that since I work there, and so I'm gonna get $800 in the summer from financial aid. So that's like kind of why like I was like wilding out like this like last week, like going to the beach, and then like that night, because I was like I have money, like money's not like an issue right now, like because like when I bought my car back in September, like I dropped like a lot of money on a down payment, and I've been like ever since like trying to like build my savings back up, and like this winter I was like putting in the work. So yeah, I'm like in a pretty good place actually right now. I was not expecting that 2 grand. I'm very grateful for that. I was like a blessing. And then like we get our like we're supposed to get annual raises in June, so we'll see how that goes. And then I was talking to my coworker, and he said that the health insurance is shit, so I might just stay on like my like $5 insurance a month and just, you know. So anyways, that's like a little bit of like TMI money stuff. Like you guys know me, like I just be telling y'all everything. Like I know I shouldn't be like I'm not bragging about anything. Like no, I'm not. I'm just like I said, I'm like very grateful, and like I have like just haven't been able to like, I'm not telling anyone, because if I tell my parents, they're gonna like freak out and they're gonna want me to start paying rent, like stuff like that. So I'm keeping that on the down low. And like so much of my eBay stuff has been selling. Like it's crazy. Like you guys, it's like crazy. Like money is just rolling in. Like money sticks to me. But yeah, so I think that's everything I want to talk about. I think. I'm debating whether or not if I want to sell my record player. Ew, there's like, what is that? There's like dust on that record or something. I don't know. You guys can't see it, but on the like inside there's like dust. I don't know. I'm like debating if I want to sell all this just because like it's like such a hassle like to keep. I don't know. Like I got this like weird download where it's like I need to continuously start like letting go of more and more stuff. So like I have to go through my closet. I'll probably do that in a couple weeks from now. I'll go through my closet again and I need to start letting go of more stuff. Because like the more I get rid of, the like closer I will be to getting my own place. It's like weird. It's like weird. Like I have to like be comfortable with not having like a lot of belongings in order for me to be able to move somewhere. I would totally be Jay's roommate too. Like I would totally do that because like he's super clean. His place was like so freaking clean. And he's like never home because like he works Monday, I think like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, he works both jobs. Oh, he works from home though. He does work from home. But when he's working from home, I'll be in the office anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, and then he'd be working at the restaurant in the evening, so it's like I wouldn't see him anyways. And then on the weekends he's always out with friends. That would be gagged. I'd be gagged. Like, but I don't know if he would want a roommate again because he like literally like just moved and like he seems to be enjoying his like freedom and like having his own space. But I'm like, if you want a roommate. Oh, I remember what else I want to talk about. So you guys remember like how I was having my like post beach reflections? Well, I was kind of like discussing that with Jay, and I was like, you know, like I'm starting to feel like, you know, like I have so much like faith and trust in like my so-called best friend that like I'm starting to question like what if they are a hidden like enemy? Like what if there is still some animosity because like you guys know that like I had that weird falling out with them. And like, you know, like I just wonder, like, you know, maybe there is like some sort of like secretive, like hard feelings against me. Like, what if like things aren't making sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's like, well, you should just trust your intuition, trust your gut feeling. And I'm like telling him, like, well, it's like, it's very difficult because it's like, I just don't know what to think. So what do you guys think? Do you think my so-called best friend is a secret op? A secret enemy? But I don't want to end the friendship just because like I said, I already did that once. And like I felt terrible about it. So I think what I'm going to try my best to do is just kind of keep things surface level. And maybe not talk so much about my life. And maybe just like redirect questions and just, you know, talk about my friend and his life and just talk about like, you know, like superficial stuff just to kind of like keep the friendship alive because it's not necessarily like he's an energy vampire or anything like something like that. But when it comes to talking about like personal stuff, I don't know if like the intentions are completely there. When I wear my glasses, my nose looks so big. I need to like, I should have read my book today. My books. That's so crazy. I put this in here and the page it's on is Finding Alignment with Your Source Energy. The eternal you is focused here in this physical body. The clear-minded, joyous being that is the total of all that you are flows to you and through you in this body. But your inner being or source does not think for you. You are not a puppet doing the biddings of that broader self. You are a fully conscious creator expressing your unique desires here in the physical time-space reality. You are free to choose the direction of your own thoughts. Exactly. If I want to be a judgmental bitch, I can be. So your emotional guidance system exists to help you determine moment by moment the relationship between the vibration of what you are giving your attention to right now and the perspective of your inner being. As you have been focused here in your physical body, interacting with others and living the details of your own life experience, you have encountered much contrast and variety that has caused many rockets of desire to be launched. You could see that these desires are waiting somewhere in your future experience to be realized by you. We like to say that you are being held and tended to for you by source energy and that sort of vibrational escrow. They are your creation. They belong to you, and they are simply awaiting your vibrational alignment with them, and now you must feel your way to that alignment. Your emotional guidance system, the way you feel, is your constant indicator of the vibrational alignment between your active and dominant vibrations, beliefs, and the desires that you have launched that are waiting to be realized or manifested into your life experience. As you focus upon the subject of your desire, you can feel your harmony or discord. The better you feel, the more in alignment you are with your desire. The worse you feel, the more out of alignment you are with your desire. Ah! Oh my garage. That just answered my question about whether or not someone is an op. If I have those feelings in a moment of time, they're there for a reason. Bye, chickadee.